Hello and welcome. I'm Sandy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. Thank you for joining me. Just going to get my computer going here. I didn't think I'd make it back in time. I was here in my craft studio and I heard a whole lot of crying. So I thought I'm going to go investigate. And there's my grandson with his dad with a goose egg on his forehead. The poor little guy, he had fallen down a couple stairs. So, grandma comfort, what can I say? He needed me. So anyway, I'm just a minute or two late. It happens, it happens. Anyway, what a gorgeous weekend we had, and gorgeous again today. And I missed most of the weekend. I was busy cutting out, or prepping and cutting out and die cutting and such for my retreat in November. That is huge. And I forgot to turn the sound off on my phone, so I'm real sorry if you hear, bzz, bzz, that's my phone going. That is my phone going. So we are going to make, I just have to move something back a little. There we go. We're going to be making a card using these dies. I've used them before. It's been a little while. Oh my gosh, stop phone, stop. Sorry. I think it's when I don't know how to make it stop. I don't know. Do you hear that? Bzz, bzz? I hope not. Because if I go out of this and back in, I never know. So, okay, it's going to buzz through the whole thing. Sorry. It's on vibrate, not on sound at least. So, hello, Sandy and Elsie and Chris and Norma Jean. Good afternoon. Oh my goodness, it's 8 o'clock at night here. Dang. I could use another afternoon. I really could. Anyway, so these are the Pierced Blooms dies. I have used them before, and I absolutely love them. Like the stitching on these, like without the stitching, these wouldn't be the same. This wouldn't be, they wouldn't be as pretty. And I'm sorry if I get all pixelated again. It isn't you, it's me. My IT guy's working on it. We may need a boost. Not sure. Hey, Bea. Hey, Julie. I think I got everybody. Anyway, for now. Anyway, so back to this. I forget. I think there's, I should look. Now that I have a catalog again, I think there's, it's going to bug me. Let's see how many dies are in here. We're also, by the way, using Queen Anne's lace. And we're actually just using Best Wishes. Now, if you look at the font on these are gorgeous. Yeah, whenever something bugs me, I have to look it up. You know that, right? 25. I was going to say 26. That would have been an exaggeration, wouldn't it? So there's 25 dies in this. So, and it was time for a happy card. I mean, I'm okay. I am absolutely okay with the leaves changing. No biggie. It happens. Fall happens, winter happens, spring happens, summer happens every year. Anyway, so we're making a very bright and cheery card using those products. But I also want to show you this, because this is paper you likely haven't seen much of. So I'm not going to take the whole thing out, because there's 48 sheets here. You wonder how on earth do you get a pack of paper with 48 sheets, and check them out. I'm just going to go not too fast, hopefully. You notice the black and white on the back? Woohoo, that's me. But look at these colors. Like that looks like flock wallpaper. Flock wallpaper. I think I said that right. This is really pretty. And I love black and white because I can color it. I can leave it plain if I want. I can do whatever. There's a beautiful granny apple green, some stripes. Now this I know goes with that one die that I keep calling flowers, but they're really animal print. Look at the leaves here. I'll just bend it a little bit. Look at the leaves here. Can you imagine just coloring that and having it, like using your blends and just putting in fall colors? Wouldn't that be pretty? But wait till you see these. Look at the happy little, I'm going to call those rainbows. And then the hearts. Absolutely gorgeous. And wait. This is the one we're using tonight. I love stripes anyway. So for me, this was it. Okay, my phone has to stop doing that. It's not going to stop doing that. I'm sorry. Look at another opportunity to color. Oh my goodness. So this is a host product actually. So you don't have to host anything. If you have a big enough order, you can put this on your, use this as your rewards. That's cute too. I thought of making the flowers out of that, but I decided, and I love that, I decided to stick with what I had. See how happy they are? Like those colors are so pretty. But yeah, 48 sheets. Good granny. Oh my good granny. Alrighty. So here's the pieces. Ready? Oop, almost missed one. That's most of the pieces. So I thought do not want to sit here watching me die cut all of these. You're welcome. Every time my phone, well, really? Every time my phone buzzes, my viewers go up by one. I'm really sorry about the buzzing. I'm sorry. You know, every week I have to do something that's kind of weird. All right, so there's a whole bunch of pieces, and as you can see, there's the stitching. Well, you can probably see it better on that one. But I love this. It's fun. It's whimsical. It just screams Sunday. And look at, I'll show you. Here it is here. Here's the back. And how just this against pool party. Mwah. All right, so let's start at the start, shall we? Okay, and hello Claire and Marjorie. Okay, now I gotta stick to what I'm doing. Okay, so this is basic white. It's not heavy duty. It's just your regular, not heavy duty paper. Thick. I think they call it thick. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And you know me, I always leave it like this so you can see. So I've scored it, and this is how it sits. And I either use my fingernails, so I'm getting the edges here exact, or I use my paper trimmer. That's how I want my cards to sit. Okay, and then here's our pool party piece, which is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I have embossed it using the Painted Textures 3D folder. And they're quite deep actually. I think you can tell by the shadows how deep that is. That'll go right on there. And again, this is the pattern party paper. That's a mouthful. So I have to, before I do these, pardon me, now I have a frog. I have to do these. So I'm going to use Tombow. You can use whatever. I did place another order because for my retreat, you know, when you think you have everything, you don't. And I forgot like 4 or 5 items. So I actually paid the extra amount to have my order expedited. So I will get it tomorrow. I placed it Sunday night. Because I can't wait. I need those items pronto. And yes, I did have a list, just so you know. Bad Sandy, bad Sandy. Okay, so there's my Tombow, just around the edges. You don't have to go all squirrely in here. Because squirrely swirly, it's not going to do anything. This will hold it down, paper to paper. Just give that a good little flatten. Now, I decided not to pop this up because some of these will be popped up. So far the card is flat, and that, of course, as you know, drives me crazy because I like things popped up. And all I did, oh, I didn't give you the dimensions, did I? I don't think I did. 3 1/4 by 4 7/8. As you know, I don't type out my, unless I haven't done a video, I don't type out the dimensions because I've said them. And hopefully clearly, I do try to enunciate. So what I did is, I didn't want it in the center. Oh, surprise. And I am going to push that down. If I start seeing glue up here, I have to stop. Good. And over a bit. And I always have to do mine sideways. It's not so much the top and bottom that I care about. It's this piece, how wide this is along here. That looks pretty darn good. All right. So when you have a whole bunch of these flowers and leaves, doesn't mean I'm going to use them all. I just cut a lot. Just organize them and figure out which ones get the centers, which ones are leaves. Pretty clear which ones are leaves. I just heard myself say that. All the leaves are in Granny Apple Green. And like, check out the stitching. So awesome. All right. So let's start with the big one. This one, I'm going to use this and am I going to use? This one? Is that too big? It's a little bit big. Maybe I can use a blue one. Before I glue anything on, we'll just take a look at them. You know, because they don't have to be specific. It's not, these aren't, you know, like real flowers. Okay, and let's put this one here. Wow, it's kind of big. Big and bold. I did say we were going bold. I think I will replace this one here. So this one looks a little large. Doesn't look like I have any more pieces handy. So this is what we're going to, or you know what I could do is take this off. Maybe I'll do that because this one I find just a little too big. And I think that will be overpowering there. So you basically just play with them until you get something that you like. So let's take these guys out. I did have pale papaya in here. Oh, maybe, you know what I'll do? Go like that. And like, there you go. All right, so get these little extras away. Yeah, and then the leaves. All right, let's do some quick gluing. I couldn't believe today when we went out to, took my grandson out in his stroller to go get the mail. I just couldn't believe how beautiful it was. There's a man up on his roof fixing some of the shingles. I'm thinking, you know, in a couple weeks there might be snow. Yeah, I didn't say it. I didn't really say it, did I? But there could be. It's you know, the way it is. It's going to happen. Oh, I just thought. Nope, because that one's already on there. I'm trying my hardest not to get glue on everything. And if you don't like getting glue on your fingers like me, then use glue dots. I'm just not today. Because of the stitching, some of the glue's coming through. So I could do that. So as you know, I keep this little ribbon here in the event you do something like I've done, which is rolled off the table and unrolled. And that's not a lot of fun. Let me tell you, that is not a lot of fun. Now you can press those in, which is probably what I should have done. And there. So I still have a ton of cutting to do for the retreat, like a ton. I was counting, like, let's pretend this isn't one of the cards because this isn't Christmas, but could you imagine if I had to die cut all of this over and over and over? Wouldn't that be crazy? So yeah, thankfully I don't. Alrighty, so we've got our flowers, and I know I want this guy popped up. So grab the dimensionals. I never worry about actually, you know what, I'll put the leaves on too. I never worry about dimensionals and mailing. I've never had a card come back ever saying, this card's a little thick. Now, you'll notice when I put my leaves together, I don't want them at the same height. It's just a thing I have. Let's see. I'm going to try and not make it exactly like the original, which is off to the side just a little bit. My blog post will go live after I've uploaded this video. Last couple of weeks it's given me some difficulties, so we'll see how that goes. What was I going to say? Oh, don't let me forget. Now, in case you didn't get my newsletter, if you have gone to my blog and a little pop-up comes up, it will say, do you want to sign up for my newsletter? And if you did, then you would know that tomorrow, the 20th of October, is the Stampin' Up! Stamp sale. These are rare. So when they pop up, go shop. Get your stamps on sale. Why not? Right now, these are the cling. Now, when I say cling, that means the red rubber stamps from the catalog. And what'll happen is when you go to my online store, you'll see. I'm trying to think of how it reads. Good gracious. What's new, probably, or sales and promotions. and you would click on that, and then up would come the things on sale. Let's see, I have to use these little leaves. I don't want to miss them, so let's do that. Anyway, it'll show you the stamp sets that are on sale. I don't think it's all of them, but I could be wrong. Like, I don't think it's all of the cling sets, and host sets are never in part of the sale because they're host items. Okay, so I use these for this one. I'm trying to make sure I've got enough. I did, but then I did the inside of my first card for photos and stuff, so I kind of used more goodies. I'll show you the inside. We won't do this one because it just takes extra time, and I can certainly just show you the card that's finished. Okie dokie. Oh, now what I was going to say is if anybody from the Kitchener-Waterloo area is wanting to place an order, you can let me know. And the reason for that is I have someone in Kitchener-Waterloo that's placing an order, and it's kind of better to, it'll work out better if your order is under $100 to pay less shipping, the way I see it. It always makes sense. If you're getting a sale, why not get your shipping at a lower price too? Nope, I think I'll use these. Okay, now that I've just talked, figure out what we want to do, how we're going to do this. Okay. And we also have the sentiment to think about. Now, I'm going to show you that because I've already done it. Okay, this is Best Wishes from that set I showed you in the beginning. This, uh-oh, and the whole thing comes out. That's what happens when you don't close your stamp sets. Clearly, I hadn't put it all away. So there's the Best Wishes there. What I like about this is because I wanted the flowers, which I think they already are. I wanted the flowers to be the focus, which, you know, against black, they really do kind of pop. I wanted just something very nice and thin, let's say, delicate. This is cut with the Messages die. You know, that one it's like yay big and it's got all the different styles. So I took a bigger piece of paper, obviously. I did the embossing, and then I just put a smaller piece, just little piece through the die cutting with it. I will show you that die in case you haven't seen the video. It is this one right here. I never thought in a million years I would get this much use out of it. I don't even know what direction it goes, but I never put like a full piece of paper in here because you just waste it, right? So my piece was about that big that went through. Bigger for embossing, obviously, because you don't want to burn your hands because it's very hot. Very, very hot. So sometimes we have to do things a little bit backwards to make things work. So the other thing I have to do is, before to facilitate putting this together, is put the Simply Elegant trim on. That was one of the things I forgot to order, believe it or not. One of the things I forgot to order for the retreat. Unbelievable. Alrighty, so you know this trim, you know how much I love it. How many times have I used this? Like, I don't even know. So many that I don't remember. Now, seeing as this is pretty small, I really don't need really huge loops either. Just want to see which side's up and which side's down. Sometimes you can actually just loop it right on your paper, which also works quite nicely, because I do want my loops at different heights. Why loop them, right, if they're not going to be different? And this is just for a little bit of fun on the card. Not that the card isn't already fun. Scissors. There we go. I don't know why. I use my scissors with my left hand, but I always keep my scissors on the right-hand side. How much sense does that make? Like none. So see what I mean? A couple of loops, and you're good to go. And now I can put the dimensionals behind this. I actually did that in order. Can you believe it? Hard to believe. I think it is. Okay. Now, I'm pretty certain that everything here is tucked down nicely, so I shouldn't need any more there. That one's getting popped up. This one is popped up. It needs a couple more just for support. Yay, we support you. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to be gluing a bunch of these down. Now remember, the one thing is that you don't want them like, let's pretend, like that, which looks horrible, by the way. They need to touch. So what we're going to do is just kind of start. I kind of want it to go like this. So don't want the leaves all going the same direction and like that. Now the only thing is make a little more space because I want the sentiment to go right about there. I think we're good. So take this one first. Try and leave my finger as like the place marker, the whatever you want to call it. I may have to put some under. Maybe I just will do that right now. I don't want the leaves to be floppy. So that'll go about there. Now we are going to use glue. It's doubled. You won't see too much. And then over here, they are touching. Ooh, I don't want the glue to show up. I really don't want the glue to show up. Did I? I think I popped this. Let's pop this one up too. Isn't that paper pretty? Like seriously, how pretty is that? So, okay, this one I did not take the backs off yet. Because it's for placement basically. All right. Oh, I took the back off that one though. So that one will touch that one and overlap just a little. Then we'll go a little bit higher and a little bit higher. So this will tuck nicely right about there. I like it. So put that one in, and that one's, they are touching. Good. Now we'll see if we've gone too, whoa. Uh-oh, did you see what I just did? Oops. Okay, don't always do what I do. Let's see, I'm deciding where I can put this. I don't have a rag near me. I always had. Okay, that's fine. We'll just tuck this in here. Uh-oh, I saw the glue, thus it's going to go right about there. And I can go there. Yep. And they're also not in a straight line. I don't want a straight line. So how are you feeling about the card so far? Like I hope you're liking this card. I know I've talked a lot, but it's weird. Okay, so we're touching that one, touching that one. We're good. I just want to make sure that's straight too. Stay. Now, what you could do, let's say you did get a little bit of glue, is you could always, and why is my Wink still at the back of my desk? Let's see if we can reach that. 1 second. Hopefully my head's not in there. There, I had to go under my one light to get it. Well, thank you, Julie. Alrighty, so make sure it's the right one. Yep, alrighty. So, do I have a piece of scrap? That's always a good thing to have handy. Well, I kind of have a notebook, so this will do. What you could do is throw on a little bit of Winkostella. So, right here it says, probably can't see that, it says push. So that's just going to bring, this one's probably almost empty. Some of it down, and then you're just going to go splatter, 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 splatter. We're not quite done. It's going in the lid, so I know it's there. Just, I know it won't show up on camera, like, at all. Almost done. We have to put on just a little bit more sparkle. Just a little bit more. Now, I seriously have to do something about this. Use and abuse. I could switch it with my, I have one that I use for quilling, and I don't use it nearly as much as this poor one that's seen better days. Now, you know, I'm either going to do 1, 3, or, oh, there's one. Okay, well, let's use that one, seeing as it's on my finger on my desk. Oh, how they like to get away from you. Let's go here. So I am making a wonky triangle, my usual. And that's a bigger size, so we'll go down to this size. And we'll go, nope, down here. Alrighty. Here we are. So the one thing I want to mention, here's the other card. The one thing I wanted to mention with tomorrow's sale, or actually all of October, so you know, is that when your order, and you have to be in Canada to shop with me, just so you know, because we can't sell across the border. When your order reaches $60 before tax and shipping, you're going to get a full package of the Rhinestone Basic Jewels and a handmade card from me. That's only in October. You'll have to use my house code, which I think I put in the description. All right, so is this the original? I think it is, because the loops are different. Every time they'll turn out differently, and I'm absolutely okay with that. There's the inside. So I had an extra strip of this because this paper was actually bigger, and I cut it down. And there's my other, I just put one little flower in there. Best wishes. I haven't decided yet. Is this a birthday card? Is this like, what's it for? So that's why it doesn't say anything on the inside. And there you have it, my friends. 2 cards, same products, different, slightly different. Oh, I didn't tell you what colors these were. Oh my goodness. I did tell you this was Granny Apple Green. This is Calypso Coral. This is Pool Party. Daffodil Delight. Oh, and there's the one where I used the Pale Papaya. Oh, that's Pale Papaya right there. And I think that's it. I think it is. All right, my friends, guess what? That was reasonably quick. I feel like I've forgotten to do something. So my blog will be live later, like I said. Thank you so much for watching, for your comments. Sorry about all the beeping. Bzz, bzz. And your sharing, that helps as well. And of course, shopping with me helps. I will see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have yourself a wonderful week. Enjoy whatever weather you have, because it's what we get. Oh, thank you for your kind remarks. Thank you so much. Anyway, I'm going to sign off and get cutting. You don't even want to know what's on my desk beside me. Like, you can't see it for all the papers. They're all nice and neat, mind you, but there's a lot of paper going on there with the cutting for the retreat. So I'll see you next Tuesday. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.